Greetings, Earthling.
Transformer fans, Transformer fans, Transformer fans. What's up? It's Cino T-Jilla. I'm here with the Transformer two-piece, Today we're going to do a small little bit of, auto to dinobot history. And we're doing it on, the great Cybertron warrior who would become a king of the dinobots, none other than Mr. Grimlock. This is, of course, an Autobot review. So, without further ado, here we go. Long before we knew these guys and they came to Earth, they rolled around Cybertron and they had different forms. You guys have seen, like, the War Within Prowl review I did. Looks totally different from the Prowl that we get now. True believers? It was different. I mean, the same looks in the face, but then the form was more sleeker, more robotic, more futuristic. It was ahead of its time for us on Earth. So let's go ahead and start off with taking this guy right here, the form that we know first, with the fire breath, the great dinosaur king, Grimlock, king. Okay, before he became king, he was one of those Autobots. He didn't really believe in the ideals of peace and freedom, but he knew about Megatron, and he knew he was a dirty, low-down Decepticon. So he felt like, how can I put it? Okay, this is Titanium Grimlock, the diecast series. This is his alt mode, his Cybertron mode. Looks kind of like a truck. It's got the treads and everything. The treads got the little rollers. Got the 6 pipes. He looks like something super futuristic. Like if this came plowing through somewhere, it's knocking things out the way. He's got the nice. Excuse me. Wow. He's got the nice. I guess I could say brass or bronze. Bronze is metallic color going on, with like the red highlights here. And this is the Cybertron form from the War Within. This is back in those days before the Autobots brought the war to Earth, where they got down and dirty with the Decepticons, because the Decepticons were getting down and dirty with them. After years of peace, we already know the story. The Decepticons decided that, hey, it's time to go ahead and take over, and it was all institutionalized and brought to a head to a real climactic fight by none other than Megatron. So I'm guessing this is what I'm piecing together. Before the Autobots came to Earth, when they were on Cybertron rolling around in these little forms right here, when the war kicked off, Grimlock was already around. That's how we get this War Within figure right here. Now, to get to Earth, I'm guessing that in order for Wheeljack and Ratchet to have made the Dinobots, they must have already had their memory cells and brain cells and everything that made them who they were already probably in Wheeljack's infamous laboratory. Because if you look at the episodes, that's how you get the Dinobots, from Wheeljack and Ratchet deciding that, hey, what if we had something that could take on the Decepticons that they couldn't really stop? Bam. But before that, I'm guessing that's how we get our guy right here, or this bot right here. So this is his Cybertron form. This figure surprised me. It surprised me a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and start, show off a couple of details. It's not really one of the heaviest titaniums, that you can get. It's nice. It comes with nice little details. Got the little sword, And if you can see this right back here, this is the cannon right here. It's got 6 pipes. It's got tank treads. I mean, it looks like a monster if it just comes plowing through. It looks intimidating, Imagine seeing this just coming up to your front door and boom, next thing you know, it's in there. And yeah, That's not a super complex transformation. Any Transformer fan can tell exactly what the head and the arms and legs more than likely are. So this is what we get right here before they came to Earth. So that's what we got when they came to Earth. Now when they came to Earth, this is what we got later. We get the King Dino right there. You know, with the fire breath, the fearsomeness, you know. And this is the closest thing I have to, well, this is the only Grimlock I've got besides this guy right here. And I've got the animated one, and this is not a bad animated figure. I mean, pretty much everybody's seen this figure on toy shows, and we've seen the reviews and everything, so we know what's going on with this guy. Great articulation, great figure. What I'm doing right here is showing that he went from this on Cybertron, you know, if you read his bio, it says that he was a fierce warrior. And on this bio, even right here, it says he's just as strong as Megatron. He didn't like Megatron on Cybertron. So on Earth, I'm guessing that the Dinobots, I guess they were dormant, so they really didn't have, you know, any memory of the war on Cybertron. I don't know. But I mean, that's the little bridge I'm building here. And this is the similarity I'm showing between the two alt modes. Fierce, you know, this looks fierce even for a Cybertron mode. You know, it's a deadly competitor. For an Earth mode, we already know what's up with Dinobots. Or not even Dinobots, but dinosaurs, period. You know what I'm saying, true believers? I mean, these things, you don't want to see that walking down your street. We've all seen Jurassic Park, all those different movies and everything, especially with fire breath. But then imagine a robot dinosaur, you know? So, this is part one of, you know, the Cybertron Supreme Warrior who became the Dinobot King. And we're going to come back in a minute with part two and the transformations and a couple of different comparisons. So, I'm not doing any transformations on camera today because it's a lot to go into, and I want to go ahead and just, you know, break this down and show the comparison. And what I'm getting to is that Grimlock throughout the history of Transformers has been a great action figure, a great toy, a great character. So there he is. There's the Cybertron version, and there's the animated version, which is the recent incarnation. Even the classics version, excellent toy. I just haven't had a chance to really catch up with him, and I was going to include him in this review, but I mean, we all know what's going on. Grimlock, King Dinosaur, and from what Titanium says, Supreme Warrior, even on Cybertron in the War Within series. So I'm going to stop right here, and we're going to go into the magic world of transformation. You know, I guess I can show off maybe a couple more details. You know, obviously there's his weapon right there. This, if you come across this titanium figure right here, get it. It's excellent. I like it a lot. People complain about this animated figure. There are ways to fix things that are wrong with them, like looseness in joints and things like that. Get it. It's well worth it. Both of them are great figures. You know, there's not much to really show off about this tank right here. You know, he has the weapon storage right here. He's got his blaster as a smokestack, or, you know, as a cannon back there. It's movable. It's cool. I mean, man, when I get down to the transformation and the robot modes, I'll tell a little bit more. But stay tuned, true believers. This is part one of, you know, Cybertron Supreme Warrior to Dinobot King. Stay tuned.